everybody. We are live on Thursday night. It's football night also, and kind of celebrating the National Finals Rodeo is for 10 days, and so be cheering on all my favorite peeps on there and all that stuff. But hey, welcome to Lindy's Treehouse, Paramount USA. That's me in the house. Make sure you get on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Paramount USA. And we got the lovely Kramer Gypsy in the house tonight. Thank you so much, Gypsy, for being with me tonight. I'm just so happy to be here. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Mine was very nice, very blessed. Let me know in the chat how your Thanksgiving was. Did you put the turkey? Did you put it in the fryer? Did you put the turkey in the oven? Did you not have turkey? Did you have ham? Did you have prime rib? Put that in the chat. Let me know how your turkey day went. Mine was really nice. My son took me and my daughter-in-law out to a very fancy restaurant, and it was pretty cool. The chef even came out. The main chef came out to our table and said hello to us. And we had several different waitresses come by the table. Very professional. I was very impressed. Very, very nice environment, all that stuff. So I love you, Ryan, my son, if you're listening. I really enjoyed it. We got people jumping in the chat, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I'll have Gypsy once we get this rolling, get people jumping in the chat and everything. Then we'll get things started. We've had a lot of snow all week. My son Ryan runs the snowblower downtown in downtown Petoskey, and he keeps all the sidewalks nice and clean, nice and clear of snow. So it's been what you call an uphill battle to keep up on that. And I feel sorry for the plow guys because they are so behind right now, because I can't be everywhere, right? And you have people on Facebook complaining that, I need the plow. Where's my plow? How come I need a plow guy at my house? This and that, They can't, like I said, they can't be everywhere. And then the guys, get in touch with the people, and then they have to pay for it. And then they're like, I don't want to pay for that. I don't got to pay that much. You know what I mean? So what do you do, right? But seeing that I live in an apartment, I don't have to worry about that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I let the landlord, she takes care of, actually the snowplow came through yesterday morning and the morning before, but I had to laugh because it came through and it looked all nice and clear, and within like 10 minutes, you couldn't even tell that he did it. But I played it smart because the dumpster where my garbage can is, it's like a kind of across the parking lot kind of thing. So I'm learning, I look outside and there's still a bunch of snow in the parking lot. So it's easier to tramp in the snow, right? As to it them, doing the snowblower thing. And then I don't know if there's ice there or whatever. At least the snow and it's packed down. I can just walk in it and have to worry about falling or whatnot. So yeah, it's like just to take the garbage out, you have to bundle up, put your boots on and your muck boots on and, tramp in the snow to get the garbage out. So that's what I did, because who else is going to do it, right?
Yeah.
I can't make Molly take it out, But yeah, I have to say, the landlords here, they're pretty awesome. They even in the summer, they keep the grounds, everything free of weeds and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's hey, Walter, did you? I noticed that there was a lot of flooding. Was that near you? The flooding stuff? Yeah, get the rubbish out. That's right. Now I'll never look at the garbage the same anymore. Now I'm going to be saying, I have to get the rubbish out. Yeah, I saw something about in Australia that there was a lot of flooding. Yeah, did you all see in California? today, more near Sacramento. They had a 7.0 earthquake. And I asked Robert if he felt any of it, and he said no. So I'm just really excited to have you all here tonight. I know it's football night. I got my little chat thing on the TV or whatever, and then after the show, then I can watch my game on my Prime Video. But I can't watch it at the same time doing the show because I can't run two internets or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't. I learned that now. See, Gypsy, you taught me that tonight. That can't do them both. But I'm going to start. Okay, let's see. I'm going to read something here, and then we'll kind of get on, with different things tonight. My theme tonight is, what's my theme tonight? What did I say, Gypsy? What's my theme going to be?
Oh, belonging.
Yep.
We all want to belong.
Yep. So my theme tonight is everybody knows your name. We want to go where everybody knows your name. And it's kind of like when, you go to the fly-ins and you see people and like, hey, Kramer, what's going on? Or I go to fly-in and then, hey, Paramount, how are you? It's nice to be recognized. That's what it is. Even in the smallest way. It's nice. There's nothing worse walking into a place and not really knowing anybody, as you're looking around, sitting there like back in the day, go to a party or something by yourself and you walk in, you don't know anybody, right? I remember that feeling. Yeah. Gosh, walking to the bar or whatever, and people are looking at you like you're from, they used to do that in Sun City, and I was separated. It's like I would go out and have a drink and I'd walk in the bar by myself and they'd be all looking at me like I was some kind of a Martian, something that just dropped. I think, what it was, it was, Gypsy, it was my beautiness when I walked in. The old guys couldn't, handle it. And women that were sitting with their husbands were swatting their husbands, like, don't look at, don't you be looking, what are you looking at or whatever. Or when I do a karaoke song, I get up and do I was by myself. I would just jump up to the bar and have a drink, and the guys would be sitting, around the bar, whatever, and nobody said anything to me, and I don't care, I don't care. And I just put my name in, and I'd go up and sing my karaoke, and everybody would, after you get done, that was really good. You're so good. Yeah. So that kind of thing. You want to feel, it's kind of nice that people, kind of appreciate you in small things like that, small ways. But I could start out by reading, let's see. What did I got all kinds of stuff here, so bear with me with my little books here. I had it all ready to go. I'm so not organized. Okay, here it is. Be the best you can. This can transform your life. When you commit to your personal quest, unimagined possibilities open to you. Consider how you'd like to be remembered. Then strive to match your potential. Here lies your real value, and the path will reveal itself. We must understand what we have been to decide what we will become. So that's pretty cool. So, when you walk into places and you wonder sometimes, what kind of impression that you leave on people, was it good? Was it bad? Sometimes I feel that way when I do my show, and I think, sometimes when I do my show and I get done, then I think, how did I present how did I present myself? And did I kind of make a good impression on people? And I don't know. I think with us, Gypsy, me and you we made huge strides on this show. And I think we make a great team. I really do. So the one thing we can talk about is, how do you say it? Familiarity and comfort. So I made notes here. So what do you think? What do you think, like familiarity? What do you think is the meaning of that, Kramer? And you guys in the chat, what does familiarity mean to you? What and different, I don't know, different, you could use that word like being familiar with a person or with a place. What do you think?
Yeah, all of it's what you're familiar with. That's what it means. People and places and like even traditions. You're familiar with your traditions for your own family and
and sometimes sometimes we go to places that we're not familiar with, and sometimes that can be scary. Sometimes we can be around people that we don't know, kind of thing, and sometimes that can be kind of scary. People and places, that's a good one. Because we've all been there. And I made notes here, so let's see, what did we say? So the phrase where everybody knows your name suggests a welcoming and friendly environment, often associated with a sense of community and belonging. So that kind of sums it up, right? And then it says, okay, this is my favorite because I took notes and everything. Familiarity and comfort. When people feel recognized and remembered, it fosters a sense of safety and comfort. Familiar faces can make interactions more pleasant and reduce feelings of anxiety or isolation. So, very, very true. Because it's always fun to, when you go to different functions, right? And somebody comes over and says, "Hey, how you doing? I don't think we met before," or something like that. Or I've seen you somewhere, but that just to be acknowledged, right? So that goes into, and then the comfort part of it, right? You want to feel welcome in places, and you want to feel that comfort that you feel like they want you to be there, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one is social connections. So it goes back to knowing others. So social connections are very, very important, especially when you get up in my age kind of thing. I think that's why I do. That's why I like the paramotor community, right? Because I've when I started doing PPG Grandpa's show and everything, every time I get a guest on the show, it was a new friend. And so I call that a social connection. I call this my social connection. And all my para peeps, that you guys are my social connection, right? Everybody needs that, But I enjoy doing this more than I've been to the friendship center, the senior center, and it's okay, but even though my daughter-in-law says just go there and have lunch or whatever, but I've been there a couple times and it's pretty cliquey, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know, and it's
the only thing you have in common with everybody else at the senior center is you're all seniors. You don't have, you may not have common interests. Like you can't talk to people because you don't have the same interests. That's a big deal with your social connections. When you look around, your social connections are what you're interested in. You don't hang out with people you have nothing in common with because you don't even have anything to talk about. It's hard to get to know somebody when you don't talk to them.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was, when I went there last time, it was just to once a month on Thursday, my hearing doctor goes there and he'll clean your hearing aids for free. And that's how I found him, when I went there the first time or whatever. And so every few months, I'll go up there or whatever and have him check him and clean him. But I don't have to go for another couple months yet because I just saw him, at the office for my checkup and all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, and there was a few guys in there said hi, welcome. Everybody was pretty nice or whatever. That's right, Bill. Bill said, "You're all my clique." Yeah, Michelle says hi. She went back to work, so she works nights. So she said she misses everybody, and she's trying to get all adjusted, on her throwing. You know what she said that she does, throwing furniture cushions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out the conveyor, and then she throws them on the. That's okay, John. Hi, cowboy. It's all right.
Yet, are they?
I've got that on my TV right now, just kind of following the score or whatever. Yeah, I have Prime Video, but I'll have to watch the game after the show because I can't run both the internet and this and that. So I hope you're feeling better, John. We love you, dude. So we got social connections, okay. Sense of belonging is what we talked about, right? And that's what, with the Parapeeps, that's why we all gather together, at these fly-ins, right? Because everybody makes you feel welcome. And when I first started on my para journey, whatever, the first time that I went to Jade and Eric's, when I went to, and they took me up in the air, the first person that saw me, that recognized me, whatever, because I was like, I wore my cowboy hat because I wanted to make so they know it's Paramount, and the first person that walked up to me was Jeremy, and it felt so good, he said, "Hey, Paramount," and I was like, wow, somebody does know me, and so that really made my day, and that's what's important, you want to make people feel welcome, and so the next one is trust and support. So that can go a lot of ways, and you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship for trust and trust and support or whatever. So that kind of goes, like Gypsy's my friend, and we have a good trust going on with each other, and we support each other. And friendships are very important at this. And you guys know in the chat, friendships are very important when you get to this age. To have those connections, right? And to have things in common. And and my thing, and that's why I decided to do the show, because I like to talk about life and make everybody, like when people leave, that they have something to take with them, and a lot of things to make you think about, a lot of happy things and all that stuff. So what do you think the meaning of trust and support is in the chat, you guys? I know the game's on and stuff, but
yeah, I just started.
Watch it later. Yes, Linda makes talk. That's why I love doing this, because I love to talk. I do. I love my Parapeeps, and I love my viewers and all that, and I appreciate everybody that stops by the Treehouse every Thursday, and listens to all my chatter chat, and then I listen, and then I watch the chatter chat, and the Kramer watch the chatter chat and all that stuff. So trust and support is very important, don't you think, Kramer?
Oh yeah. It's like, do I trust somebody enough to tell them personal stuff? I mean, I tell everybody that I fly, and I tell everybody that will listen to me about PPG flying and my trike and my wing and whatever else they'll listen to. I mean, no matter what group I'm in, everybody knows I fly. But do they know what shoe size I wear? Do they know if I had a good day last week or if I had to, if I wanted to go sit on the railroad tracks? Those are the people that I trust. And if you think about it, it's like if something bad happened, who would you tell? Because, you put up a front for most people and you just say the nice things like, yeah, great weather. And I flew yesterday and, mild topics that are not really too personal. I mean, flying is personal, but if you don't trust somebody, you're not going to get to know them because you're not going to share the kind of details that build a friendship.
Right. That's right. And that's what it is, I'm sure. Well, the guy friendships, like the guys with friends, they're friends, they're guy friends or whatever. I'm sure it's a lot different than women friends, the women friends or whatever. That they do it like when we, like, let's say me and Leslie, we hang out on the weekends a lot. And it's like, sometimes we go a couple of weeks and I don't really, I don't see him because she'd be working or whatever. But when we do finally, she comes over and gets me, we go on our little shopping adventures and stuff. You would think that we haven't seen each other for a year, you know what I mean? And we had so much to talk about. And the same thing when I call my sisters on the phone, call my sisters in Howell, Michigan or whatever. I can call her one week and maybe the family would call her again. And we'll sit on the phone for hours, just talking about anything. And that's what girls do. And guys are pretty much probably just to the point, like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to, I can meet up with you next week at da-da. Okay, sounds good, bro. All right. Thanks, bro. All right, talk at you later, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I got to go. My old lady's here. Yeah. Okay, bye. Is that good? Did I do good?
I don't have anybody that I know that does that, so I don't know.
I've been watching too many I've been watching too many reality shows. That's what it is. Oh. Okay, so we're going to move on number 5. So like paramoting and all that, I would call that enhanced experience. See, Walter thought I was funny. Yeah. Yes, I know how to do this. Yeah. Good. Well, it's true. That's how you guys talk. You talk on the phone. I'll hear I see my son on the phone talking to his friends or whatever, or when you I text my son, and these are guys, right? You text them about something and they text you back one word. Yep.
I text one word because I hate texting.
No. Yep. Well, somebody, I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say who. Because talking about enhanced experience. There was somebody on Facebook that sent me a friend request. And I know who it is, and I looked up the profile, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. But I want to make sure it's him. Now, this was last Sunday. And I sent a message. Was that you that, did you just, send me a friend request? I have yet to hear from him yet. And so how can you, I'm not even, he hasn't even said, he hasn't even looked at his DM. And he hasn't even looked at his DM. And so it's like I got ghosted already, and I'm, I didn't even hit like for us to be friends. So I think that's a flag right there. You know what I mean? And I'll see things on there. What did Bill say?
Some people don't communicate very well. Yeah, maybe he was looking at Facebook, I've gotten to where I spend almost no time on TikTok. I hate all the garbage that goes with TikTok.
I turned my TikTok. I turned it off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm only on there because Jade goes live every once in a while. Jade has 2 channels that she'll try to live stream on. So I haven't deleted it off my phone yet, but I'm so ready to because I hate it. But maybe the guy that sent you a friend request saw something on Facebook, sent you a friend request because he's like, hey, I know her, sent you a friend request, but doesn't really check the other app for your DMs. Because it's a totally different app for your DMs.
Well, it said it said when I looked on his Facebook page, the last time he was on Facebook was November 3rd. So he's not on Facebook very much, whatever. But and it's just like some people. Anyway, they're the worst. Some of the guys are the worst. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah, we'll set this up. Blah blah. And then you never hear from them ever again, And so I've learned a lot, figuring out guys, and it's like, I don't like as far as enhanced experience, it's like, what does that even mean? Like, how can we put that in? You want enhanced experience? What do you mean? Like you're dating? No,
I think it means more like personal, like. You have an enhanced experience with somebody personally, where you make a friend on Facebook. It's like you don't even know if they are who they say they are. And you don't really have an enhanced. You have meaningless chit chat. Yeah. But enhanced experience would be, I know something personal about you. I know you like PBR. It's like I know you like that. So somebody may not pick that up on Facebook, although you're pretty clear about liking the rodeo on Facebook. Yes. But I know that you have a window that doesn't open in your apartment. Now, how many people know? Nobody on Facebook knows that. No. Nobody who hasn't really met you knows that. People who see my profile on Facebook and then they want to talk to me and they call me by my first name. They have not had an enhanced experience with me.
There you go.
They don't even know that I stinking hate my first name. So you got to actually meet me in person to find out things about me. There's things that I don't share on Facebook. There's things I don't bother to get into with, because it's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that wants to build their Scuba wants to build their followers.
Scooby-Doo.
So they make friends with all their friends, so they can build the numbers on Facebook. I don't care about building my numbers on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you're not interested in Bible study, because that's one of my groups is Bible study group. I have a prayer warrior group. I have church group and the kids that I teach Sunday school class to. I have a PPG group. And I have a camping group. So the areas of my life, like I go on Sundays to church and Thursdays I feed kids, and I used to work at the volunteer at the helping center. Yeah. So they haven't met me in person. They may not know some of these things, and they've got totally different interests. Like I had one person who asked me to be their friend because she wanted to know if I wanted to get married. No, I don't want to get married. Do I look like my life is too good right now? So you want me to get married? And no, I have no interest in marrying a female. I have no interest in marrying anybody.
That's right.
I don't have to answer to anybody. I do anything when I want, the way I want, where I want, how I want.
Yep.
I'm not answering to anybody. So you're not going to know that on Facebook. You're gonna get a hold of me and go, I want to be your friend. I'm interested in a relationship. Find somebody else.
That's right. Yeah.
In a relationship, go find somebody else.
Exactly.
They are no longer on my friend list. So that's the enhanced experience. Hi, Munchkin.
There you go. I don't know. I got to the point where guys it's when it comes to like communication like that, back in the day, it was easy to meet. It was easier, to meet people because that was when I met my second ex, or even my first, like, we didn't have cell phones yet, So, yeah, it was actually, you had a phone,
Yeah.
and communicate. And basically it was like with my kids, hey, when you get to so-and-so's house, make sure you call me, let me know you got there or whatever, they always checked in with me. That was our thing. We'd check in, and, and you actually played outside, or they did, crazy stuff or whatever. But, so the next one is, cultural identity. So what do you think that means?
Well,
go Lions, go Lions, go Lions.
The Lions got a touchdown. Cultural identity. So if I I speak a bunch of different languages, but I don't want to eat beans and tamales on Thanksgiving. But that's actually I love tamales, and I do eat tamales on Thanksgiving. But the cultural thing that they like, some countries or some people that I know don't celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They have no idea what Halloween is about. They have different things. I don't celebrate Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, which is not the same as Halloween, but people just get their ideas about stuff. But a cultural identity is where you can identify personally with their cultural background, what they grew up with, which may not be anything like what you grew up with.
Yeah. You know what? When I was, remember right, my mom and dad, they adopted, like you have, your family, you have the family that you feed the kids and all that, right? Well, my mom and dad, if I remember, they adopted how do you say it?
Vietnamese?
Yes, thank you. I'm glad I have my interpreter here. I can't pronounce words for crap anymore. A family. And I remember, what is the food that they always make? Because it seems like my mom, I remember one time I went to the house with her, went with her to their house, and they were cooking something. I forgot what it was, but it always smelled like a fryer. There's something. What is their food? What were they? What were they making? I just remember, I just vaguely remember that. I think my parents, and then one time when I was growing up, now I'm seeing my flashback. When I was growing up, we took in an exchange student, a girl from, she was from Ecuador. I don't know where my mom came up with all this stuff, seriously, but she lived with us for a while or whatever. Well, what happened was she decided she wanted to go. I think my mom and her, they went shopping, or she decided to go shopping. The girl decided to go to the mall, at the time, and go shopping. Well, the next thing, I think my mom dropped her off or something. I don't know. Who knows, but all I remember is my mom got a call that she got arrested for shoplifting.
Ooh.
So it seemed like things started kind of going downhill after that. And then, it was pretty much was time for her to go. You know what I mean? Because my mom had the kids, had us kids at home, and she needs somebody there, stealing from my mom and dad and stuff. But I just remember that, that I remember that we had had her stay with us or whatever, that kind of thing, exchange student kind of thing. And I don't remember how long that lasted, but I don't think it lasted very long, because she ended up stealing stuff. So, that's a good that's a good point, though. That you, just because you doesn't necessarily mean you eat all the food, like all the food that they eat, whatever their culture is or whatever. So pretty much, it says, overall, this characteristic promotes a positive atmosphere that encourages interaction, support, and a sense of community. So that's what everybody knows your name. That's kind of like what it comes down to, right? This was kind of a cool thing to talk about because now, and coming back, like interacting, all that stuff. When the cell phones came out, all this technology kind of ruined it, for socializing, right?
Yeah.
And I remember trying dating apps back in the day, and they were okay. And like I said, I went on a few meetups. I don't even know if I guess we did have the cell phones. I think my very first cell phone was a flip phone, if I remember right. My very first one, little flip phone. It was like this big, I think, something like that.
Mine was a Nokia brick.
Oh, what's it? I don't remember what mine was, but I remember it was a flip phone. And then how funny they brought them back, right? They brought the flip phones back.
Yeah.
So, but I have to give a quick shout out here in my notes, because I'm going to do this probably every week just to let you guys all know how much I appreciate every one of you. That I started my show, my very first show, when I was still jumping between YouTube and Zoom, and Scooby-Doo jumped on. He felt sorry for me because if I remember that my sound was it was an echo. It kept echoing, and I didn't know how to turn it off and this and that. So Scooby-Doo, he jumped on the live, and helped me out with that. And after that, then the show kind of started. I started calming down, and it went okay. But that was like, and that's the other thing too, So Scuba, he got on. He helped me out on there and everything. And then it's like that song, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Whatever that show. There was a show that they used to say that or whatever, sing that.
Well, yeah.
That's what I felt, huh?
The genie sang it on Aladdin.
Yeah, you got a friend in me. But anyway, that's how I felt like, when I already knew Scuba through the PPG Grandpa show, because then in June I decided to venture out, and do this or whatever. So I have to say thank you, Scuba, for helping me, encouraging me to do this. But my very first guest, and we're going to go back, and I can't believe I think I did 20 some shows already, just pretty cool. Because after the first night when I did my first show, I could have easily just said, this is not for me. But I kept going, I kept pressing on. And then, of course, JD, Jade Lear, helped me get everything set up from my thumbnail to, getting all this, getting me on StreamYard and everything too. So that, I think that's kind of like an enhanced experience, as we sat on, in the morning for 2 hours, FaceTiming, so she could show me how to do all this. But so Gypsy, you were my first guest. And then that's when I decided, when I asked you, invited you, and I said, hey, you want to be a co-host. And so our friendship is just like, it's so cool. And we have an enhanced experience friendship, because before the show, we can chat about our day and our week and all that stuff and connect on a lot of things. So I'm very blessed to have you in my life, Kramer. I'm very blessed to call you my friend.
So that's how you a friend.
That's how Gypsy, that's how she got her place to be my co-host, because she was my first guest. So I kind of went down the list because I didn't, I almost consider like Scooby-Doo. He, I consider him like he was a guest because, when he helped me out on my first show, he jumped on and everybody watched, a lot of people watched it that night because I was, that was, what do you call it? Crashing bad or whatever. But not in any particular order. If you're all watching out there, I have to give some shout out to the guests that I've had on the show, which I'm very blessed and thankful that, they came on my show to be my guest. And we had Greg Laney. And remember Greg Laney, he promoted his book. And I thought that was really cool. So I'm always looking, you guys keep looking out there. If you see somebody that would be a good guest on my show that doesn't necessarily have to fly, but if they do, if they're kind of an entrepreneurs, send them over to me, because I'm always looking for people that have different hobbies, but, still like to fly, but they have, a business on the side or whatever. Then we had, not, like I said, in particular order. And I would thank you, Greg Laney, if you're listening, for being my guest that night. That was a fun show. And then I was pretty excited about that. And then Wendy Weaver, and we remember Wendy, we had a lot of fun doing that. And remember Wendy talked about her, Wendy's, what is it about with the phone? She helps people like my age, get their phones and computers set up and all that stuff. And then working in the doctor's office there. Were you there that night, Kramer, when Wendy was on?
Yes, I was.
And then talking about the hearing when she working at the hearing doctor, all that. So that was super fun. And then we had the awesomest Steve Minty on the show. Had some pretty cool people on here, I have to say. And Steve talked about his video photography, and he was so gracious to be my guest, and talk about, and very patient, and everything, to talk about what he does. And kudos to you, Steve, if you're listening, with your video photography and all that stuff. Keep doing it, dude, because you are so, I've watched some of your stuff on Facebook, and you and Angie crack me up, but shout out to you guys. You're doing awesome. That you come a long way, baby. And I wish nothing but the best for you with all this, your new adventures. He's doing video photography, like weddings now, and, meeting some famous people and whatnot. So it's kind of cool. And then we had Barry Shepard. Remember my senior bull rider.
Yeah.
Come on the show. And that was a lot of fun. Super nice guy. Loves Jesus. I have to say, him and his wifey. In fact, he's so crazy. He's in Vegas right now. They're both in Vegas. So, because he's getting ready, he's going to do some bull riding. I'm like, good Lord. That man has had so many concussions. You don't even know. But, yeah, so I have to tell you, remember I said before Barry, that night that Barry was going to come on the show, we were live, but Barry wasn't in the studio. And I didn't realize this till the next day when I rewatched it. And I said, because his name's Barry Shepard. And see, this happens when you're doing live stuff. But I said, I'm so excited to have Barry Potter's going to be in the house. And when I watched it the next day, I didn't even realize I said that. And I'm watching myself, and Kramer, I'm just like, no, you didn't, Linda. You did not do that. I was just like, and then I looked at it, there's no turning back, right? Good thing I didn't say Harry Potter.
That was funny.
I looked at that as kind of a, and Barry thought it was super funny when I told him later. But I think we called him Little Bear, right? That was his nickname. I think it was Little Bear. So on that note, I could have really, the old me probably, after seeing that, could have said, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't go back on. What are people going to think and this and that? But you know what? I took it all in stride because it happens to the best of us, right? I watched some of my, I watch some of my podcasts on the TV and I see some of the stuff they do. And I'm like, people just like me, they may have all this fancy wancy microphones in their face, sitting at these tables and all this stuff, the lighting and everything. But when it comes down to it, we all get dressed the same kind of thing, right? But anyway, it was a learning experience, to say the least. And I find that every time I do a show, I get my confidence gets a little better and a little better, and I couldn't do it without all of you. Just, I don't care if there's 20 people in the chat or 5, you know what I mean? It's all about the show's for you guys. The show's for my listeners and for my chatters. And I just want, like I said, Thursday night is our night just to get together and talk about stuff and, be able to leave just with a good feeling. So then the next one, I love you, Barry Shepherd, and you'll probably be watching this later. Then we had Paul Zarnecki, right? He did the Sun and Fun. And that was a fun guest. He did a lot of stuff. He did a lot of stuff. But Paul, I love you, man, but he doesn't answer his DMs. He just doesn't. And I was like, I'm not going to, he's busy and stuff. I messaged him after the show and all that stuff, the information needed, but I haven't heard anything since, and whatever, it's all good. But Paul was a really cool guest. And then we had the lovely, beautiful Rachel Williamson. She's a fitness guru, and, she's always on Facebook and stuff. Beautiful lady. She's got a wonderful man in her life and all that stuff. So thank you, Michelle, for being on the show.
Hey, Will Fly.
Hi, Will. Speaking of, yes. Speaking of super duper people, got Will Fly in the house. Yes. AKA Dairy Queen. Anyway, that was fun. She was so gracious. And, and then we had Michelle Aldridge. Remember, she was a guest. And then she joined our panel, Michelle from Mississippi. So, and then we had, I think my last guest was Danny Williamson, right? Good old Danny. So he had a blast on our show and everything. It was fun. So every once in a while I can find, these cool guests, and it was so much fun, seeing everybody and meeting all these people. I have to say, I have to give a shout out to Susan Ray. That friendship award that they gave me this past year means so much to me, and it's all about giving back, right? We always go back to that, about giving back and taking care of each other. And that's, like I said, that's why I do the show for you guys on Thursdays. So we can all check in and talk about different things you wouldn't normally talk about, just sitting around. It's almost like sitting around the campfire or whatnot, I think this is fun. And and the thing is, this is good for me because on Wednesdays, Gypsy, I start brainstorming, I don't worry so much as, I can't find a guest. I don't know what what am I going to do? I just brainstorm on what I want to talk about that night, So I'll watch some podcasts, and like I watched a podcast yesterday, and the thing said everybody knows your name, And so you remember the actor Ted Danson from Cheers?
Yeah.
You guys in the chat know who Ted Danson is from Cheers. And I love that sitcom. Hey, you guys, put in the chat what your favorite sitcom was. Tell me what your favorite sitcoms were in the past. Put it in there. But anyway, he's got his own podcast now. And so he brings on different people on there. And so the name of his podcast is everybody knows your name. And so I saw that, right? I'm watching that, and I saw that yesterday. And I was like, there you go. That's what I'm going to do I'm going to do my show on. So I start scrambling and looking, Googling stuff, and, I make all my notes and everything, and it makes me think, and, oh yeah, the Jeffersons. So who's on the chat tonight, Kramer? I'll let you do a shout out to my chatters. I know Tony and Angie are watching the Lions game because the Packers are playing. So
we've got my good friend Bill H. first as usual. Mm-hmm. And then we got Walter Priori, my love, and he came in early tonight. We're so impressed.
I know. Wow.
Yeah, and then John Wayne is here, and I hope he's feeling better. Scuba and Munchkin, and we've got Will Fly in the house.
Yay! So happy. I'm so happy to be here on Thursday nights with y'all. I know I get so excited. I'm wearing my Lions jersey tonight. You know what's funny about this jersey? Gosh, I think I've had this jersey. This guy, I don't even know what name's on the back, to be honest. But he's all retired and everything. But I think my sister and I went to Meijer, and we went in the kids department. And that's how I got my jersey. And the same with my Red Wings jersey too, because I love watching them. Who in the chat loves hockey? I love watching hockey. But I don't even know where I can watch it. I have to look on I got to see where I can watch hockey games. The Red Wings. Yeah, I remember Maxwell Smart.
Yeah, get smart.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. Yeah. What was the sidekick? The remember it was a Martian? No, that's My Favorite Martian. I'm thinking, oh yeah, My Favorite Martian. I'm getting them all mixed up. You guys remember My Favorite Martian, right? Things we used to watch.
Yeah. I wish they still played Rat Patrol. I love that show.
Rat Patrol.
Yeah. Has anybody ever seen Rat Patrol? I'm not the oldest person alive, so I'm the second oldest person. You're older than me.
The lady girl. Oh yeah. Yep.
Never heard of it.
I like the monkeys. Everybody had a crush on Davy Jones. Like the monkeys. Remember how what is it? Something Sleepy Jean, the song. Wake up, Sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it be to a daydream believer? And come on, fill in the word. What's the word? Put it in the chat. I'll sing and you guys can fill in. Come on, Sleepy Jean. You guys in the chat.
Homecoming Queen.
Yay, Will. Ding, 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 ding. Good, man. He was right on it, too.
Now you got to send him a free Dairy Queen Sunday token.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see what's the name. Let's see some of the theme songs. Da 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 da. What show is that? Come on, people in the chat. Da 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 da. Kramer, do you know what it is?
I didn't watch a lot of TV.
All right, we'll fly. Ding 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 for 25 points. There we go. All right. Okay, I got another one. Let's see. I got to think now. There's some of the shows, like game shows. There was a lot of game shows that were on too that I used to like to watch. What was it? The Pressure's On. I know. I'm trying to think. Well, I was thinking the dating game, and I'm thinking the theme of the dating game. Do you remember the guy that did the dating game?
I never watched it.
Okay, here's another one. Okay, Will. Da 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 da. Yay!
Yeah.
Will, I love it. Will, that's so cool. Come on. Yeah, okay, Scuba, you're just 1 second. Ugh, it was so close. So close. Okay. You're gonna make it after all. Come on. Come on, you guys. This is you remember that show? You're gonna make it. Yo, Will is on it. Oh my God.
We know what Will does most of the time. All the TV shows.
Okay. Let's see. What's another one? Oh my gosh. Help me out here. What's some other things that I can theme songs? Let's see. Okay, here's one. Da 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 da.
Oh, I know what that is.
Da, 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 da.
Yes.
Da, da, da. They call him da, 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 da. Come on. I'm doing the doing the motions here like charades. I don't have a life. Come on, I'm doing this.
Will got it again.
Will.
All right, Will, here's one for you. I never watched this because I thought the guy was retarded.
Okay.
So I'm not supposed to say that. I just couldn't stand him. But it starts out Love and Marriage.
Oh.
I never watched it.
Love and marriage, marriage goes together like a baby carriage.
No, horse and carriage.
Can't have one without the other.
Yeah. I thought that was just like.
Oh my God. Good. Hey, Scuba. 20 points for Scuba.
What else? Nobody knows to. No.
Okay, let's see. What's another one here? We're moving on up. This is what I feel like when I came here to my apartment. To the east side. Gonna have a piece of the pie.
We'll get that one.
As everybody starts leaving the show, turn their show off. Yeah, Scuba. 20 points for Scuba, the Jeffersons. All right. Let's see now. What's another one? Okay. Gosh. Let's see. I'm trying to think of. I'm probably gonna mess it up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. What's another one. I got all these these shows in my head or whatever, and I got to think some of the theme. Maybe I should Google some of the theme songs.
This is a fun game. How about the show that they lived at 1313 Mockingbird Lane?
Oh gosh, that is trivia. Oh,
everybody knows that one. That's the address you give the police when they say, "Where do you live?" Yeah, the Munsters.
Oh, the Munsters. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Is that the Munsters theme?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the Addams Family. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Don't get me started. Okay. They're kooky and they're spooky. They're all together, mookie. And the coffee just kicked in. Come on, sing the song with me. The house is a museum. Okay, you guys fill in the rest. Come on, Will. The house is a museum. I know it takes a minute to type it in there. The house is a museum when. Come on, you guys. I know you know this song. They do too. No!
No, that's not the correct
That's
word.
Not it. The house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. Okay, sing it, Kramer. The Addams Family. There we go.
I play the guitar and the drums, so I don't have to sing.
Oh, you do. That's right. One night we'll have Kramer. We'll have Kramer. We'll have you serenade us. Let's see. I'm looking up something here, you guys. This is so much fun. Okay, theme songs. Okay. From
I don't know. I don't remember all the words. How about the kisses are hers and hers and his? You know that one.
What is it?
The kisses are hers and his.
Ooh. I don't know that one.
Sure you do.
I do?
Yeah, you know it. John Ritter was on there.
Oh. Three's Company?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, what's this one?
I got that one too.
What's the other one? Believe it or not, I'm walking on there. That feels so good. Which one was that?
I don't know.
The other one was, Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. It was 1980. Came out in 1980. Greatest All-American Hero. Was that the answer?
What? I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't either. Let's see. I'm looking here.
Hey, Scott. Scott Savage in the house.
Oh, yeah, they did get that. The Greatest American Hero. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, Scotty. What's going on, French fry? We're having so much fun here. We're doing a little trivia, singing, trivia songs or whatever. The other one song is that one song. It was let's see. Had to make a few stops on my way home from work. It's okay, Scott. We're glad you're here. We just been talking trivia, doing trivia songs or whatever. Wow. Let's see. What's some other shows we used to watch growing up? That some of the I remember Car 54. Where are you? Remember that show? What was the other one there? Let's see. I was on a roll. Let's see. Let's try theme songs from what? The 60s maybe? Is that going too far back? Or from 60s. Let's see.
Will said that's too far. You got to go to the 70s.
Oh, is that too far back?
Will Fly said that's
trying to think what oh yeah, he already guessed Flipper. Okay, give me some ideas. Like put a theme thing in there. I'll remember what I'll have to think what how the theme song went on that song. Let's see. Where's some good ones? I know there's some good ones out there. The Jetsons, but I can't remember what the. You can sing Gilligan's Island. There we go. Sit right back and you hear a tale of a faithful. Come on. And then
a fateful trip.
Faithful trip. Yes.
Yeah.
The Professor and Marianne here on Gilligan's Island. That's a good one. Oh, Night Court. Yeah, Night Court. Yeah, I can almost think of the song in my head, saying Night Court. Didn't they do a remake of that or something? I thought they did. The Night Court. Let's see. Name of the judge on Night Court. Oh gosh, I didn't really watch that. I used to watch what's that show in Cleveland? Something Cleveland. It was out of Cleveland, Ohio. And then I used to watch. Let's see, what's some other good ones? I was thinking the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Does that go way far back? And then there's the that goes way far back.
I didn't watch the Mary Tyler Show.
Gidget and Moondoggie, the Gidget Show. Oh, the Flying Nun. Yeah, they have the Flying Nun. Yes. Let's see. Somebody just messaged me. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Angela's saying 10-0. So Lions are killing it right now. They are killing the Packers. The Lions are going to eat some cheese tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're going to eat some cheese. Oh yeah, what was okay, here's one. Shamil has incorporated. We're gonna make it after, something like that. Come on, I know you guys
Laverne and Shirley. Will got it again.
Yep. Laverne and Shirley. Yep, they used to sing. Remember that song? The Rubber Tree? They used to sing the Rubber Tree Plant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. You sing that out.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are some fun. All right, here's one. You guys have probably already guessed it. 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Dun, dun, dun,
Will got it again. Happy days.
Dun, 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 dun. See, I'm doing the long version.
Yeah, Will got it again.
Good answers. You guys are awesome. I love this. Come on, give me some ideas. Throw some out there. What's some other theme songs I can remember? Like barely remember. Like when I get home from school. Every time we get home from school, we'd watch Happy Days. I remember that. Yes.
So I don't know the theme song, but there was a show. Here's a trivia question. There was a show that had an old guy on it, and he always was singing. Oh no, I just fell out of my head while I was talking about it. He was always singing about wait, what was he? He had a frying pan.
He had a frying pan?
Wait a second, what's the name? I just lost it. I can't believe I lost it after I started talking about it.
Oh. I think
he sang.
Was he on that one show? Yeah. It used to be on Saturday nights. There was a show on Saturday nights. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? What's the name of that show? I forgot. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You found another. You were gone.
Yeah, that was on Hee Haw.
Hee Haw, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, old Dan Tucker was a. What was it? Old Dan Tucker was a.
Are you trying to think of that guy?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Bill H. got Hee Haw. So there's a guy on the show.
I know that song word for word because my kids, Ryan and Robert, when they were little, that was their favorite song to sing. It was a Hee Haw song. Yes.
So old Dan Tucker, something about old Dan Tucker, and he washed his face in a frying pan.
Oh my gosh!
With a wagon wheel, died with a toothache in his heel. The guy on the show always sang that song. It's a popular show.
You weren't really missing too much on Hee Haw. it was pretty funny though. Well, you can always look it up. You can watch some of the episodes or whatever, on YouTube or something. Yep. She met another and she was gone. That's right.
She met another and she was gone.
I can sing it again. We can all have a sing-along. Yes. That's what we're playing. What is that? Name that. Remember the show Name That Tune?
Yeah.
Yes. Name that tune or whatever. Play a few things, then you had to guess what the name of the song was or whatever. What's Junior Samples? What's that?
He was on Hee Haw.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? I didn't know any of their names and stuff. I just remember seeing some of the stuff. The skits they did was pretty
Hee Haw was the reason I wanted to learn how to play a guitar.
What was the? Oh, I can't whistle. So,
oh yeah.
Okay. What is that? This is an easy one. Come on, what? I'm singing. Yes, good job, Will. That's right. The whistle part. What was the name of the dude that used to throw rocks at the windows on Andy Griffith? What was his name? He was always in trouble. He'd always had to sit in jail. All right, what's this one? Here's another one. I'm going to say what he used to say on there, and you guys probably remember this show too. Golly! Surprise, surprise, surprise! Who's that? What show was that? He was my favorite.
Jim Neighbors.
I like Roy Clark. Gomer Pyle. That's right.
Yeah.
There we go. Green Acres. Farm living. Oh, yeah. Green Acres is the place to be. That's a good song. I love. Down, I love you, but give me Fifth Avenue. That'd be me. New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Name of the show, The Prisoners of War in Germany. Oh, gosh. I can picture them in my head wearing those helmets. What was it? Yeah. And the guy always talked really funny. I could never hardly understand them. What was it? Oh, my gosh. Hogan's Heroes. Good answer.
Yes. Oh, I liked Hogan's Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, name some Western shows that you kind of grew up with or whatever that were on TV. Because that's before Yellowstone, all that. Some good ones. There were some good ones out there. Yep, Bonanza.
Yeah.
God, I can picture it. And I can picture like the theme in my head. That Bonanza was always on Sunday nights, if I remember. Right, Will? I think it was on Sunday nights, Bonanza. I'm pretty sure. I remember watching Walt Disney when Walt Disney was good and watching Walt Disney on Sunday nights. We always look forward to that. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Yes. Very cute show. And I used to cry. I used to watch Lassie every day too. I used to love that dog. I never knew that they used all different dogs, and I think they would switch out the dogs, because I couldn't use the same one all the time, right? I just learned that. I just figured that out a few months ago when I was doing when I was looking up things. I'm like, I always thought they used the same dog. But Petticoat Junction. Oh yeah, Petticoat Junction with the train. That was a cute show. Yeah, Petticoat Junction. I remember that too. That was
10-0.
We're still Yeah, we're kicking butt right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Petticoat Junction. That's right. That was a good one. I liked when I was watching the Ted Danson and I was watching watching one of his podcasts, he was he had a guest on there. Oh my gosh. See, now I can see his face. I'm like you now, Kramer. I'm having this blank in my head.
Oh, I remembered what I was.
Magnum PI. Who was it that did Magnum PI? And all the women thought he was like.
I don't know. I never saw it.
Magnum PI.
I can't tell you that one.
Two old guys living together that had a love-hate relationship. That was
Odd Couple.
Yes. I still love watching their shows on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, they're funny guys. They're really cute movie. Yep, The Odd Couple. They were good. There's some really good movies out there too. When I was growing up, that I used to go. I watch. I saw Gone with the Wind. I went to the movies and saw Gone with the Wind. And Clark Gable, he was like the heartthrob, when my mom's era, as the saying goes, or whatever. Clark Gable. I wouldn't mind seeing that movie again. I don't even know if I'll be able to if I can still find it. Probably have to pay for it. You think? You think on like Prime Video, if I looked it up, you probably have to pay for that movie because of the rights. Gone with the Wind. Did you ever see that movie? Anybody in the chat see Gone with the Wind? Do you remember that movie? It was back in the Civil War. It's a good movie. Long. Yeah, Tom Selleck. Yes. Yeah. Ted Danson. I watched a podcast on my TV the other day, and Ted Danson he was talking to Tom Selleck, and it was pretty cool. All the things that he did when he was growing up and everything. Yeah, I know. I like the Grumpy Old Men. Yeah, the Grumpy Old Men. My favorite part of that movie is when they had the shanty and they were on the ice, and they were always fighting. Remember, and one of them used to always say he's putzing around. I'm just doing some putzing around. My dad used to say that all the time. What are you doing, Daddy? Just putzing around. Yeah, Tom Selleck. He was in quite a few movies too. Yeah, Tom Selleck. What was his movie? What was the movie that the show, the reality show, whatever, on Tom Selleck? The psychiatrist in the 70s. He was on the show too. On that. Yeah, Meredith. Yeah, Bob Newhart. Yep, he was on Ted Danson. Remember Ted Danson? He was the bartender on Cheers. So, hey, JD. JD's in the house. Everybody say hi, JD.
Hi, Jade.
Yes, I got my TV on, Jade. Well, I have it set for Prime Video, but because I'm doing the show, I can't have both of them on. So I've got just my chat on. And yes, the Lions are kicking butt. The Lions are hungry for some cheese tonight. They got to have some cheese. You know what I'm saying? I told them, go get that cheese. Go get that cheese, man. So good.
Good to see you, Jade.
I miss you, JD. I miss you a lot. Maybe next week, Jade, I'll send you if you're up to it, I'll send you a link and you can jump in the studio with us. I'd love to have you. I'd love to see your face. So you let me know, okay, JD? I was talking about you earlier because I looked up all the guests I've had this past year and how I started at the beginning of this when I started doing my podcast and how you helped me get everything started and all that. And Yeah, you'll have to watch the beginning. I don't know if you've probably been watching the beginning of the show. So we talked about a lot of cool things tonight. I really appreciate every one of you jumping in the chat tonight. And even after, when you watch the show, yes, please hit like and tell your friends, subscribe. See, I have 102 subscribers. I think I talked about it in Scuba's show, but it was 104, and now I have 102. So I think sometimes YouTube has a lot to do with that too. I don't know, or because they look for, okay, what did you say? We'll be at Doc's appointment for Eric and I next Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, hon. I'll be, I'm praying for both of you. I am. I love you both so much. And I just can't imagine what you're going through right now. But I love you bunches, and just know that. What is Scott saying? I'll have you read the chat so I can have a drink of water.
Oh, he was talking about the Bob Newhart show at the hotel. And the guy always came in and said, "This is my brother Daryl." Am I the brother Daryl?
Yes, that was my favorite. Oh my gosh, that was my favorite. And the other favorite episode was when Bob Newhart, when his dad was going out on it, because his dad lived with them, right? And so his dad was going on a date, so he wanted to dye his hair, so he put some Grecian formula in his hair to go on the date. And as he's on the date, whatever, he was so nervous, he started sweating, and all the dye started running down his face. Can you imagine? I wonder if that's really happened to anybody. I've never used Grecian formula, so I don't know what that stuff is. Do you guys even put that on their hair anymore, on their head? Does anybody, did your dad or whatever, because you guys are all youngins, use Grecian formula on their hair? Who remembers? Well, yeah, wait a minute. The hair guy in there, Scuba, did you ever use Grecian formula? Scooby-Doo? I gotta ask, because he's got, the silver fox hair. Yes. That's hard, no. So Will Fly, your hair color, so you're going to hair color now. So the Will Fly, your hair colors are natural then? You don't put highlights or anything in it? Who remembers? I remember growing up, my dad used this stuff, and I think my brothers did. This is how old I am. Brill cream. You all remember Brill cream? It's like an oil kind of stuff that the guys would, before the gels, the hair gel came out. I think wasn't Brill cream? Wasn't that for your hair? You got to help me out here. I might have to. I don't want to get them mixed up and it's toothpaste or something.
I don't know. The only thing I know is Dippity Doo for.
Oh yeah, Dippity Doo. That's right. Yeah. We always had. Let me look it up.
Okay, the Packers are in the game. It's 10-7 now.
Uh-oh. Let me see. Oh, they still sell it. Let me see. I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's Brill Cream, BRYLCREEM, High Shine Hair Cream for Men. Maybe that's when I used to go out for my karaoke and all the old guys. There's always this weird smell. Maybe that's what it was in their hair.
Maybe it was just the old guys.
Yeah. Or when I'm in high school, I remember that some of the teachers, and maybe even some of the guys, a lot of the guys, well, gosh, I was in high school in the 70s, right? So a lot of the guys had long hair. Everybody had long hair. The girls had long. I remember I had this poofy hair, but it was shorter. But all the girls in high school had straight hair. And I was always so jealous of their straight hair. Until I got older and I saw the money that women were paying to have hair like me and Munchkin, the big money, that I started appreciating it because it's, this is all El Natural. So I thought they did a lot of that stuff to keep the lice under control. Might be wrong though. Ooh. Your dad was a hippie? Yeah, see, I graduated in 73. So, yeah, good Lord. Well, look at Robert. Robert's going to be 45. See, if Robert was on there, he'd be telling everybody I was 80 years old. So, good thing he's not on here. Yeah.
He likes I was in college when I was 17, so.
My mom's 80, yes. Erin, where are you? My daughter-in-law, she said she likes something, but I send her something funny in Instagram because they're not on Facebook, so I Instagram or whatever. But I always send her funny stuff, and I know Thursday night's like their family night. That's why they don't get on here very much on Thursdays or whatever. But yeah, let me see. I was in when I was in high school, I think I was a sophomore. I was in the play because every year we had a play, and it was Oklahoma. So I was in the I know this is shocking, but I was in the choir in Oklahoma. So I got to sing the Oklahoma song. And I absolutely loved that was so much fun doing that play. Yeah. The rehearsal and all that, and the dress up and all the stuff that went with it. I am so glad that I did that. I had so much fun. Do you guys remember seeing the movie on TV at all, Oklahoma? It's a cute movie. Do you remember how the song goes, Oklahoma? Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, where the something we, it sure smells sweet. And then you go, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. At the very end, the choir gets out there, does their little, what do they call it? People at the end of the show, they come out and
take a bow.
Yeah, they take their bow or whatever. Yes. Scott said he used to have hair down near to his butt. Wow. Yeah, everybody in high school had long hair. Scott said not into musicals. Okay, you can leave now, Scott. Goodbye. I actually, last year I went to my first play, a live play or whatever. Me and Leslie went. Last year before. It was, no, I can't even think of the name of it. What was it? Not Terms of Endearment. The other one where the girl, the hairdresser and all that. Dolly Parton was in the movie. Help me out here. What was that movie? Dolly Parton was in it. And it was really sad. It was a sad movie, but it was a good play. But I went and saw the live play version or whatever. No, not 9 to 5. This was a tearjerker one. Let me see.
$200 a ticket.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Dolly Parton was in it. Dolly Parton movies. Let's see. Gotta find it. Oh yeah, Steel Magnolias. That's what it was. Steel Magnolias. I saw I saw a play. It was pretty cool to see that. Oh yeah, remember Dolly Parton wasn't Dolly Parton a Smokey and the Bandit? Remember that show? That was a good one. That was really good.
Was she?
Yep, I think so.
No, Sally Fields.
Oh, Sally Fields was. That's right. Sally Fields was I remember watching. Nun. Sally Fields did Gidget. I think it was the movie Gidget. And then do you remember the gal that this is going way back, but it was called That Girl. Her name was that. It was the name of the show was called That Girl. And that's where all the fashion, that's how a lot of the fashion came out of, like the Mary Tyler Moore show and That Girl. and the 9 to 5 shows, you know, and the women were just starting to, starting to work. Yeah, Lily Tomlin. Yeah, remember Lily Tomlin on I used to love to watch her on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, but you sit in that big rocking chair. That was cute. Yes, and wasn't the one when she did when she'd be on doing the phone, like the phone operator. Lily Tomlin was like the phone operator. That was the best. I think the older Saturday Night Lives in the 80s were so much more funnier than watching them now, you know, because they had Chevy Chase, you know. What's your favorite Chevy Chase Christmas movie, you guys? There's so many good ones out there. So many good ones. But I appreciate everybody being here tonight. You guys got any more trivia stuff you want to throw at me, or we can close the show or whatever a little bit early tonight. I know my poor Gypsy, her shoulder's been hurting her, and I hope you can put a heating. Do you have a heating pad, Gypsy? Gypsy's shoulder's been bothering her, you guys, all night.
I got a dish towel I can get wet, wrap it up in a 1 gallon Ziploc bag and microwave.
Yeah, you don't have a mic. Do you have a microwave?
Yeah.
You could put like a little, like heat up that rag or something, microwave, and put it on.
Yeah, but I can't do it right now. I can't have anything on when I run the microwave. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm like I've about had it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to close it here because I always read something out of my book. Have something to take with you every week because my voice is getting all like cracking. I got to watch the rest of the game, see how this is going to go. I appreciate every one of you being on here, and I hope I didn't forget anybody as far as when I named all my guest list. But I think I got everybody right. Gypsy, Greg Laney, Wendy Weaver, Steve Minty, Barry Shepard, Paul Zarnicki, Rachel Williamson, Michelle Aldridge, and Danny Williamson were all my guests this past few months. And I thank you ever so much. And I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to next Thursday. And, like I said, Scott, if you want to be a guest on my show next week, let me know. I'll throw you, come on in. I'll send you the link and all that if you're not busy. All right. So I'm just going to read this real quick. It's called Time. So you guys can listen to this real quick. Time can't take away anything that has already been given. Your treasures from days gone are treasures still. Your most precious memories will always be. We learn as we go along that life is not one big beautiful jewel we can hold or lose in our hands. Each one of us is an hourglass, and in the course of our lives, we get to keep the diamonds that come our way among the passing sands. So pretty. So when you do these things you do with love, you give life a gleam that most people only carry a glimpse of. Your attitude affects the outcome of so many things. So this is kind of cool. I probably read this before, but smiles inspire smiles. Reaching out brings people in. So like I reach out to you guys, so you reach out to me, and you come in, jump in the chat every Thursday. Looking on the bright side doesn't entail being naive and donning rose-colored glasses. It simply means leaving the cynicism, CYN. Come on, she's my Gypsy's like my interpreter. CYNICISM. It's a tongue twister.
Cynicism.
Okay, what you said. And
cynicism. It's like being cynical.
So what does that mean? Cynicism.
It's being cynical.
Okay. Like critical, right? Same thing? Something like that?
Close.
And complaining to someone else, someone who will spend their whole life wondering why good things don't come their way. So that there it goes back to, I shy away from negativity and all that, being a positive person, someone who looks forward to so much, is not only rewarding, it's refreshing. The wisest people on earth are those who have a hard time recalling their worries and an easy time remembering their blessings. So you guys, I love you all, and you can take that with you. Like I said, I do this show for you all, for my viewers, my listeners, and I know everybody watches the show later and all that stuff. And I just want to say thank you so much. Everybody be safe. Thank you, Gypsy, so much for spending time with me tonight, and everybody. And want you all to enjoy your evening. And then we can watch the rest of the Lions. Go Lions. My Lions are going to win. I just know they are. Jade, I love you so much. Eric, you're in my prayer. You're all in my prayers. I know Mark Denny's going through some chemo. Shayna, Mark Denny, you're also in my prayers. I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet how JT Wardell, how he's doing. I haven't heard anything. I've seen anything on Facebook, but my prayers go out to you, to JT. We don't know if he got that liver transplant or not. I haven't heard anything yet. So, yeah, guys, girls, just be kind, because you never know what somebody's going through. And, just I count my blessings every day. And real quick, Kramer, what shows do we got lined up during the week so we can do a shout out to my peeps?
We got Scuba Vapes on Friday night. That's tomorrow. And then we've got Tuesday night hangout with Shane and Cupcake and Will and Nick. Okay. And then that brings us back to Thursdays because Jade's taking some time off on Wednesdays.
Yes.
And Thursday nights are Treehouse, Lindy's Treehouse.
There we go. Yes. Make sure, if you haven't subscribed yet, get on my channel. Paramount USA is my YouTube, and my show name's Lindy's Treehouse. And make sure y'all get on there, and I'll see you guys all next week right here. Much love. Be safe. God bless. Jesus loves you. I pray for everybody. We're going to do the heart thing. And good night, Walter Sugar. Love you. And I will see you next Thursday on this Thankful Thursday, because this month's going to be awesome. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, take care of you. And I will see ya next week. Bye, everybody. Mwah.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Love y'all. Mwah.